Attention taxpayers, the IRS is intensifying collections in 2025. If you owe $10,000 or more or have unfiled tax returns, it's time to take action. Tax Network USA's experienced lawyers have saved clients over $1 billion. They're ready to negotiate with the IRS on your behalf. Don't risk wage garnishment, property seizure, or losing your home. Call 1-800-958-1000 today. Get the help you need at 1-800-958-1000 or visit tnusa.com.
Hey, it's Kim Commando Today, your daily podcast to keep you up to date with all things digital and beyond. And I'd love to have you be a part of our podcast. You can make an appointment to speak with me. Just head over to commando.com, and on the top right, there's a button that says Email Kim. Fill that out, and that's it. So I was sitting on the Champs-Élysées.
That's a great sentence to
in
start.
Paris.
Yeah, of course. Well, everyone knows that.
Have you been to the Champs-Élysées?
No. I haven't even been to the Paris Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas.
It's close. It's almost the same thing. It's got a little tower, everything like that. So we're sitting there in the Champs-Élysées in a French cafe. And Barry says, I think I'd like a glass of a Cabernet.
Okay.
And I said, well, the problem is that we are in France.
Why is
at
that
a French
problem?
cafe. Because you're going to drink a Bordeaux.
They don't have any Cabernets in all of France?
They do. God, don't get so defensive. But yes, but if you're in France, you want to drink a Bordeaux. And so he looked on the menu and he's like, I don't know anything. I don't speak French. And I said, well, we just ask the waiter. And then I said, no, I'll ask ChatGPT.
Oh, look at you using technology.
Took a picture of the wine list. And I said, give me one that is more like a Cabernet. And it made two choices. One was like $24 a glass. The other one was $98 a glass. So Barry said, so which one's the Cabernet? I said, the $24 one.
ChatGPT is the greatest wine of all time. $98 a glass.
You're going to love it. You're going to love it. So, yes. And so then I asked the waiter. I said, which one's more like a Napa Cabernet? And he said the $98 one. Isn't that funny?
Well, he's smart.
I know.
Will you expect anything less?
Well, I don't speak any French.
No.
At all.
Not one word?
Nope.
Bonjour? You don't even... Bonjour? Bonjour?
I like voila. They always say voila. Doesn't matter.
Voila?
No matter what it is. It's like voila. Voila.
What's that mean?
It means everything's good.
Okay. Like affirmative?
Yes.
Okay.
So from now on, I want you to say voila.
Voila. Kim Commando,
Voila.
You are buying the cheap one in France, no?
No, me trying to learn French was all in vain. Oh, you missed me. You missed me.
Oh, yeah.
Because after all, I'm Kim Commando, America's beloved digital goddess. And let me tell you, this is not the Kim Commando Show. If you're looking for the Kim Commando Show, we love you for that. Wherever you get your podcast, just search for Kim Commando Show. This is actually Kim Commando Today. It's our Monday, Wednesday, Friday podcast where it's not just me that's here to inform and entertain you and then pass along just my incredibly good looks.
Yes.
It's Andrew Babinski.
And we're on YouTube.
Yes, we're on YouTube.
If you're listening to just the audio version, we appreciate that. But hop over to YouTube, Kim Commando, or youtube.com/Kim Commando. I apologize for that. We post every single live episode of Kim Commando Today. We also have a bunch of shorts and videos. So if you subscribe, you'll get a notification on when to come and see them. So subscribe.
Because you will love it.
Absolutely.
You will love it. We're giving away some Meta glasses.
Oh, that's the prize. That's the giveaway,
Yeah,
huh?
it's a good one. Go to winfromkim.com.
You use those on your vacation, right?
I did buy them for Ian for Christmas.
So my question was, you used them on your vacation, and your response was, I bought them from Ian. So you didn't use them.
No, I didn't use them.
Okay.
Let me tell you, this vacation was the vacation from hell. It was not a good vacation.
It's heartbreaking to hear.
It was, after we were there for a few days, I couldn't get out of bed. Now, for me to not get out of bed.
You're sick as a dog.
Right. And so, but I did. I managed to get myself out because I was like, I need to go see the Eiffel Tower. So I went to go see the Eiffel Tower, and then I came back and went right back to bed. But, so we had, all of us got sick.
The whole fam.
We were all sitting there like hacking and fever. And
usually one person doesn't get sick, and everybody they got to take care of everybody else.
So you have to imagine this. So we're in this hotel, Plaza Athene, which is like one of the premier hotels in Paris. And Barry's in the bedroom hacking. And I'm thinking, like, I can't sleep because he's hacking. So I went and got a rollaway, and I was laying on this rollaway looking through the window at the Eiffel Tower lights going, this is so sad.
I mean, couldn't you like go to like some hospital and get some like Z-Pack or something and try to push forward?
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm a member of the Mayo Medallion program, a concierge doctor.
Sorry.
So I called up my doc and I said, listen, we're really sick. Can we get us a Z-Pack? And she's like, no, I can't. You have to see a doctor.
Okay.
And I'm like, it's a Z-Pack.
But also, this is a doctor you've been in communication with a lot. It's not like you were a complete stranger.
Exactly.
Okay.
She said that she couldn't export the prescription from the Epic system.
Okay.
And in order to have it fulfilled by the local pharmacy is that it need to be attached as an email, just like this whole convoluted thing.
Right.
So then the hotel sends over a doctor and everybody gets a Z-Pack and everybody's
Oh, so you did get some treatment.
For sure.
Okay, good.
For sure. But then, Barry was freaking out that he was going to get pneumonia, he was going to die. And so then we just got on a plane from Paris back to Los Angeles.
You just said, that's it, we're done, we're going home.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was like,
you can always go back.
Yes. And it just wasn't worth it to sit in the hotel room in Paris and all this is going on around you. But I did walk over to the Arc de Triomphe and went down to Notre Dame. And, did see some stuff.
We went to very similar places. I went to Alabama.
Oh,
so
what'd you see?
Almost the same. I saw small towns in the Smoky Mountains.
Was it fun?
Oh, I loved it.
Really?
Man, the Smoky Mountains is beautiful, and there's roads that are just literally 100% switchbacks. So you're just driving through the mountains, just curving in and out. And I put 2,000 miles on a rent-a-car in 5 days.
Did you really?
Yeah. It was
now,
gorgeous.
what was the best part of the trip?
The cultural difference between where we live here in the western United States and the South. I know Southern people, but this was just being with. I'll tell you a quick story. Went to Gatlinburg in Tennessee.
I've been there.
Tourist town.
Oh, awful tourist town.
And I had no idea that the traffic was literally worse than downtown LA and New York City combined during the day in Gatlinburg. And I was trying to get to the hotel, and I quickly turned in to the wrong parking lot. And so I was going to have to back out to get out of the spot to go into the right parking lot. I'm like, this is going to take forever because traffic is
not so.
I mean, it took 25 minutes to go 0.2 miles. I am not exaggerating. So then I put it in reverse. My taillights come on, and I start to creep out. And all of a sudden, the car that was closest to me stops, rolls down his window, and puts his hand out to stop the other lane of traffic.
Oh, how nice is that?
So I could get out and go. And I was like, that is Southern hospitality.
Versus like somebody like me, we would just move forward.
Oh, yeah. You would flip me off and blocked me in.
Well, I'm glad that we're back because, we have a house in L.A. And, boy, isn't that just...
Are you in danger at all?
We are on the borderline of an evacuation warning.
Okay.
But,
so pretty far away from the fires.
But I did tell... Well, see, it's jumping the 405.
Right. So, and the winds aren't dying down. So they can't get the helicopters out there. They can't fight it to the strength that they want to fight it right now.
But it looks like the Santa Ana winds are blowing it to the west, which means that they're blowing it up towards Ventura and Oxnard.
Okay.
Versus blowing it to the south would be more like Beverly Hills, West Hollywood, that whole area. But we are on the border. I did tell Ian, because Ian, that's the house that Ian lives in, when he's in L.A. and also when he went to college there. Is I asked him, I said, if there's anything here that you would be just completely devastated, that if you lost, you ought to just put it in your bag and then, take it back here to Phoenix.
Was it tough to get back to the valley?
As far as what?
With the fire and the traffic and everything going on?
Oh,
Or did you get out of there before the fire started?
No, we got out of there before the fire started.
Oh, okay.
Before the fire started. I did, but he didn't.
Okay.
Because, he's in his early 20s and nothing bad can ever happen to you.
Sure.
You're invincible.
Yeah. So is he staying at the house? He's just riding it out?
No, he saw it getting bad. And but I thought this was so interesting. I hope he doesn't get mad at me for saying this. But so I said, what is it that you'd be afraid of? That if you lost, you'd be really upset of if you lost. And he said, a picture of me and Granny.
Aww.
And I said, to him, I said, well, we do have a digital copy of that. And he said, no, it's the one that it was in the frame in her house.
That's so sweet.
I know, so sweet. Isn't that?
But, unfortunately, there are thousands of families that have just lost everything. I
can't believe it. I mean, you look at the pictures. I mean, all these homes are just gone.
The videos that are going around online of people just standing in the streets and watching their house burn to the ground. I mean, I can't imagine that feeling.
I can't believe the looters that are dressing up as firemen.
You really can't believe.
I don't know. I just think that's the lowest of the low.
We're low. We're really low sometimes.
I mean, it's just awful.
It makes me furious.
And then you got drone hobbyists that are flying their drones up and then smashing into the planes as they're trying to drop the water. I mean, hello, everybody. If you have a drone, you might want to keep it down on the ground.
Or
okay?
Don't fly it.
Yes.
This is a national emergency. You can wait 2-3 weeks to fly your drone. Once everything's out, then go ahead. Put your drone up there. Show us what it looks like. But until then, just stay grounded.
Well, one crashed into a Super Scooper. This is a plane that collects 1,600 gallons of ocean water in 5 minutes.
Isn't that crazy? And it seems seamless. But that's got to be so heavy. But it seems like it just dips down, scoops it up.
Or how about the helicopter pilots?
How about that?
Going on the side like that?
Or the accuracy of these guys.
Yes.
Where you see a first plane come in and drop water, and then the next plane comes in and drops in the exact same spot. It's so amazing to watch what they're doing.
And now people are upset because they're taking people who are incarcerated to work the fires.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know why. I mean,
get the fires out. Who cares?
Yeah.
Mexico, send your firefighters. Washington, Canada, Europe. I don't care. We got to get it out.
But we did interview the guy with that app. What's it? Wild Tracker,
right?
And we interviewed him about a year ago. I think you were here. And boy, that app is really amazing. I mean, if you don't have that app and you're in LA County, you're just missing out.
Right.
Because you can really see exactly what's going on.
Of all the times you need it, now's the time you need it.
There's a lot of talk about AI making the world a better place. But better for who? Your insurance companies, HR departments, politicians, all tracking your every move? That doesn't sound better to me. Which is why I always protect my privacy with ExpressVPN. And you should too. ExpressVPN encrypts all your online activity and reroutes it through secure servers. That means no one, not your internet provider and not any malicious artificial intelligence, can see what websites you visit or what apps you use. ExpressVPN works on smartphones, laptops, tablets, just about any device. Just one click, and you've got a private, secure internet connection. And it even comes with a risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. Right now, get 4 extra months of ExpressVPN for free at expressvpn.com/Kim. That's expressvpn.com/Kim to keep your internet secure today. expressvpn.com/Kim. expressvpn.com/Kim.
All right, let's move on. I followed this story for a long time. It was that guy in Great Britain who threw away a hard drive and threw a whole bunch of Bitcoin, and now it's worth $765 million.
So worth it to go look at. And this is the guy that's suing because he wants to go through the landfill. He's willing to pay for going through the landfill because he's paid people already, and they have determined where, a general area of this hard drive is going to be, and they won't let him do it.
And the British judge this past week said, sorry, there's nothing we can do.
Again, they keep just telling this guy no.
And you know why? The judge said, the landfill owns the hard drive. That's a new one.
I didn't think of that angle.
Yes, the judge said that the landfill owns the hard drive. So you don't even have any right to that hard drive.
I don't know if they do. I guess you forfeited it over to them when you said, please take care of my garbage. And yeah, I guess they would.
So now the landfill's going to go after the hard drive.
Of course. Get out there with your shovels and buckets right now.
So this guy comes out and he says that he's an AI enthusiast.
Okay.
Self-proclaimed AI enthusiast. His name is Alex Volkov. And he gave his 6-year-old daughter a $200 AI-enabled dinosaur.
Okay.
And he's shown it to her and saying, this is how the dinosaur talks. And the little girl's like, I want it off. She turns it off. Alex, remember, he's an AI enthusiast.
Sure.
And it's like ChatGPT built into the dinosaur. Turns it on. She's like, no, I just want a stuffed animal dinosaur.
She doesn't want a dinosaur to talk to her. She wants to make the voice up herself, play pretend.
Yes, imagination sold separately.
Absolutely.
Okay? And she made little dolls for the dinosaur. But now Alex is out on the internet saying he's distressed because his little girl doesn't want to play with an AI chatbot. Isn't that weird?
That is weird. First of all, you don't know kids. If you don't, you get your young kid a gift and they're making a house out of the box and the gift is sitting on the other side of the room, not being played with because you're using their imagination.
Exactly.
Kids don't care about, unless it's iPad, kids really don't care about technology.
Now, this is the part that I thought was interesting. Using the apps, parents can view their kids' chat history. Okay. So you could
with the dinosaur?
Yeah, so you know exactly what they're talking about.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Dino, I hate you.
Right, exactly.
But this is the part that I thought was crazy. You can give the toys AI topics to talk about with your child.
That's very cool.
Do you think I think that's weird.
Why would it be weird?
Because I would want to talk to my son or daughter about something, not have some AI hallucinate.
Well, it doesn't have to be like, hey, dinosaur, make sure you talk to my daughter about grandma dying. It can be fun things that they like the shows that they like or the music they listen to or their friends at school. It's better than AI and ChatGPT scraping it off the internet and coming up with the topics themselves.
Which also begs the question, how much data are they tracking on the kids and where's the data going?
100%?
Yes.
Is that too high of a number?
Elon Musk is playing video games. Do you believe that?
Now, I've read online that people believe that Elon Musk is paying other people to play the games for him so his statistics look better. But, I believe that he's a nerd. Of course, all nerds play games.
Yeah, but isn't he, busy enough? He's running, Neuralink, the Boring Company.
Is he running it, really?
I think he is.
I'm sure he's checking 6 emails a day and making some decisions, but he's not in there hands-on. He's too busy following the president-elect around the country.
I think he's in there hands-on.
I don't know about that.
It sounds like him when you're playing, too. I've listened to the audio.
Of?
Elon Musk playing Diablo.
Right.
He's it sounds just like him.
Isn't there another guy that's going on podcasts that looks like Elon Musk, pretending to be him? Mm-mm. I thought I saw another story about that. I'll double check that.
It might be. Maybe we could get him on here because we can't get the real Elon.
Yeah, we'll just lie. We'll just say it's the real one.
And finally, Johnny Depp.
What happened to Johnny Depp?
He's saying that people are using his name, likeness, image, and they're scamming people.
Yeah, but obviously, it absolutely is happening.
And he says anybody is claiming to be him, it's a total fake.
Yes,
okay.
But anyone who's claiming to be any celebrity that says they're in love with you, Dolores in Des Moines, it's fake as well.
Yeah, we had that one. Well, who was the one that she was in love with?
Was it Brad Pitt?
No, there was the Brad Pitt one, but I think there was another one.
It's all of them.
Yeah.
And then, how about that guy? Have you still got that guy who is talking to some celebrity's mom?
He's ghosted us now.
Oh.
He really believes that Reese Witherspoon is just waiting for him.
True love.
Yeah, 70-year-old guy in Des Moines, Iowa. I'm sure there's nothing anybody could have on that.
She may like more mature men. You never know.
That's true.
It's possible.
That's true. Johnny Depp, he's just one guy.
Is Johnny Depp just one guy, Kim?
That he could have used the Amber Alert.
So stupid.
So stupid. But you laughed, and that's the most important thing.
I laughed.
All right, are you talking about TikTok now?
We're talking about TikTok now.
Okay.
TikTok is legitimately very close to being banned. We are, at the point of this taping, 6 days away?
Yes.
From the possible banning of TikTok. And they're fighting in the Supreme Court. TikTok's fighting for their lives. Remember months ago when we talked about TikTok being, it'll never happen.
I am surprised how far it has come down.
It's legitimate. It's the last hour. And both sides are making their arguments. And now I'm just going to if you're not following this, I'll simplify what they're saying. The U.S. government is saying that TikTok is a national security threat for two reasons. A, the information that TikTok collects on 170 million Americans is a lot. But that's all tech companies, right? that's Google, that's everybody. But they're worried that China
goes to China,
who will have unfettered access to all of that. But then when you're trying to, I'm not even playing devil's advocate. I'm just trying to be logical about it. If China wanted to, they could go out and buy up all the information they wanted. They would have it at their disposal.
Well, not as easily.
Okay. Well, they have to write a check.
Okay.
That's about it.
Well, if they do ban it, you could probably, you can use a VPN to use it. You can use TikTok on the web. That's what they're saying.
That's interesting because when they were testifying in court, the Supreme Court justices asked TikTok's lawyers, what's going to happen on the 19th? He said, well, the first thing that's going to happen is all of the app download stores, Google Play,
stop it.
App Store, they'll take it down because the fines that are connected to keeping TikTok up are like $1 trillion an hour. They're so crazy.
Are you sure it's a trillion?
Yeah, that's factual. You can go ahead. Go ahead and say that. And the other thing is, and then he basically said, so I thought, okay, new people won't be able to download it. You won't be able to get the app updates, but it's still going to function. And then he kept on talking. He's like, so essentially, we're going to go dark. And I'm surprised that it's just going to go out. But you're saying you'll be able to VPN through another country?
I bet you are.
Okay.
And then, you can always use TikTok on the web. Mm-hmm. But I think it's so interesting because you see all these commercials about how TikTok has changed their people's lives and all this other stuff that's coming out. And
They're trying to spin it.
Yes.
I mean, and now TikTok, okay, the other thing that the U.S. government is putting forward is saying that they are worried that China at any point could weaponize TikTok to use it to, and these are their quotes, that they'll use it to talk badly against political leaders and use it for propaganda.
Of course.
And that's where TikTok is kind of finding an argument back, saying it's against our First Amendment rights for you to say we can't push out propaganda.
Well, just ask Mark Zuckerberg. Okay.
Well, yeah. But is it? That's a question I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know the answer to that. Is it against First Amendment rights if you have a vehicle of propaganda and the U.S. government shuts it down because they believe it's a threat?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I could see it go either way.
Well, if the justices are leaning anyway and what they're showing in their questioning and frankly, their attitude towards TikTok in this U.S. Supreme Court hearing, they're not buying it, and they're agreeing and siding with the U.S. government. Now, the President of the United States currently and the President-elect, who will be the President in a week or so, both could swoop in and put this to an end whenever they wanted, if they wanted to.
But is anybody talking about the other TikTok apps like Lemonade?
Yeah, and that if you go on TikTok, that's all you hear is all these people who, financially rely on TikTok saying TikTok's going to push all my stuff over to Lemonade. That's where I'll be. Go follow me on all the other social media accounts.
Yeah, but that's owned by ByteDance too, communist China.
So then why would that be the next thing to get banned?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
And then the Shark Tank guy.
Oh, Kevin O'Leary. And I don't know if this is him just trying to get attention or it's legitimate, but he says he has the investors, he has the financial backing, and he's ready to take over and buy the American side of TikTok right now. He's been saying that for a long time. And I think if anybody could pull it off, I bet you he could.
What a boon for him. What would that be? That would be huge.
I know.
Just like that, you have the number one social media
I
app.
called Kevin and I said, listen, if you need an investor.
What are you going to throw in? A couple $100?
Hey, come on.
You've got money. You don't got buying TikTok money.
I don't have that. No, I can just buy the tip. That's all we got.
Find someone else to buy the cock.
That's it. That's it. TikTok. Well, you think it's going to get banned?
I do. I think we're going to get there.
I think it's going to happen as well.
And I think that they really want it. Now, okay. The other argument is, and everyone on TikTok wants to talk about the greed that is the United States, that now we're seeing all these social media apps and all these tech companies that are hand in hand with the government, all big businesses in hand with the government. Yeah, that's what a lobbyist is for. That they're hand in hand. And this is just about banning TikTok to make sure that American companies have more power and don't lose their ground in the social media and technology battle.
No. See, here's what I'm afraid of, is that the propaganda is one thing. Mm-hmm. But the other thing that I'm really afraid of is that, communist China could send a notification to everybody's phones.
Right.
And say, hey, North Korea nukes are coming, and he got a new haircut.
And we would react.
Yes. Could you imagine?
No. I can imagine.
Think of all the lost productivity. 170 million Americans. What if they actually did something instead
of...
No.
They'll find something else.
They will?
YouTube Shorts. YouTube.com/Kim Commando.
Looking to bring back that natural glow? The one that you had when you were younger? Take the protein-packed path with Native Path Collagen. Native Path is scientifically proven to help increase bone density, assist in cartilage regrowth, smooth out wrinkles, strengthen nails, and add thickness to your hair. It also helps in the recovery process and can improve your gut health. Starting in our 30s, collagen levels dip, but the right supplement can make all the difference. I chose Native Path Collagen because it's fast-absorbing, pure, and effective, with just one clean ingredient. No GMOs, fillers, gluten, dairy, sugar, sweeteners, or junk, and it's so easy to use. It blends into coffee, smoothies, oatmeal, you name it, without lumps or weird flavors. You're going to see a difference with Native Path Collagen. Here's the deal. Get up to 45% off and free shipping on Native Path Collagen today at getnativepath.com/Kim. That's getnativepath.com/Kim.
All right. We're going to talk about AI.
All right.
But I have to tell you about Incogni, because Incogni is a sponsor of our shows. Mm-hmm. And Incogni does something really wonderful, is that they get you out of the data broker and the people search sites. And, if you ever type your name into something, I mean, like, for example, I couldn't remember how old my nephew was.
So you went to one of those sites? You actually supported the sites that you want off the internet?
Well, because I needed to know because it was his birthday, and I was like, how old is he?
Ask his mom.
Okay, I figured, no, it's easier just to go to a people search site. I mean, just about anything that you want to know is on a people search site.
Yeah, it's awful.
And, I mean, you just type in somebody's name, and you get their addresses, who they're related to.
Every address they've ever had, every phone number they've ever had.
No, it is crazy. So what Incogni does is they get you out of there. And it's not just their names, their addresses, and things like that. It's also, if you went to the doctor, what kind of coffee you like, how often do you buy beer?
Now, you've done this with Incogni. How many databases have you been taken off of?
Like almost 800.
That's insane.
Isn't it? And then I'm also on data suppression lists. And what that means, they can't put your name back on the list.
Good.
So I have noticed with me, I don't get any spam phone calls.
Right.
Robocalls, because now I'm not on the list anymore. And then I put signed up Barry for Incogni, and now he's not getting any phone calls.
So it works.
So anyway, so if you want to go to privacykim.com, get my deal with Incogni, it's 60% off. It's privacykim.com. Now, let's talk about AI. And now, I know you don't need to worry about getting your resume past the AI bots.
I don't?
Well, shit. I thought maybe you knew.
I don't even have a resume. I worked for one company for 26 years.
I thought somebody here had told you I was gone. This is just not
You were
working.
surprised to see me.
I was like, oh, it's Andrew. So they have these things called ATSs. Do you know what an ATS stands for?
No idea.
Applicant Tracking System.
Okay.
So when you submit your resume, is that before a human even sees it, is that it has to go through the ATS system. And so there used to be the white font trick. But you can't do that anymore, because if you use the white font trick, you're going to get penalized. So in order to get past the ATS, is that you would take in words.
Are we cheating to get past the ATS?
Kind of gaming the system.
Gaming, okay.
Okay. But you can't use the white font trick anymore.
Okay.
Because the ATS figured it out. And now if you use the white font trick, putting like words from the job description in your resume, is that the ATS was
and you're immediately failed.
Yeah, you're gone. So what can you do? You want to look at the exact words in the job description and use those somewhere.
Okay.
And especially if you have like any special skill sets, that you make sure that you have those. But here's something that a lot of people are not doing, is that if you say on your application or your resume that you work there from, say, I don't know, January 2000 to, I don't know, January 2007 or something like that.
Right.
And those dates are not the same on your LinkedIn profile, you are screwed.
Ooh.
Because the ATS is now looking at everything that you have on LinkedIn for your titles and your
cross-referencing.
Yes. Isn't that crazy?
Smart. I mean, I'm sure so many people are applying for these jobs. You want to narrow them down as much as you can.
Yeah, but who would have ever thought, like, you can, you have this, you just apply for a job.
Right.
And all this stuff is going on in the background.
Right.
And you're like, nobody's calling.
And it works so fast, you get turned down for the job before you even get up from your desk after you filled out or sent in your resume.
It's done.
It's boom, you're eliminated.
So there's two sites. One's called JobScan. Another one's called Resume Worded. And that's where you can upload your resume and we'll tell you whether or not you're going to actually pass the ATS system.
Nice. Is there a fee?
Of course.
Yeah.
They let you do it like once for free.
Okay. Like everything.
And then after that, there's like a 7-day trial, 15-day trial, $100 a month, whatever it is. Well, if you're going to get past the ATS systems.
Big business trying to get a job. Got to spend money and make money.
Oh, here, wait. They also like action words.
Okay.
Because I wrote about this. So action words. So AI loves it when you start sentences in your resume with action words. You know, like, give me an action word.
Run, jump, climb.
Okay, there are 3 words that it likes.
Okay.
You ready?
Execute? Is execute one of them?
No. Achieved.
Okay.
You achieved it. Okay. You've developed it.
Ooh, developing achievements.
And you sold it.
Sold.
Okay. So,
Money words.
So let's see. So you could say, like, here at the Kim Commando show, you didn't really achieve.
Well, I could be honest, though, and still use those words. I did not achieve. I'm still saying achieve.
I did not develop a following. And I did not sell a damn thing.
Yes, but I got him in there.
But you got him in there.
You're hired.
Missing out on a show that everyone's talking about is not an option for me. I'm constantly signing up for this streaming service or that one, and then months later, I realize I'm still paying for the service. You know when you sign up for something, forget about it until after the trial period ends, and then you're charged month after month? Getting Rocket Money was a game changer for me. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. They have over 5 million users and have saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all the app's premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/Kim today. That's rocketmoney.com/Kim. Rocketmoney.com/Kim. Check it out right now. Rocketmoney.com/Kim.
All right. What do you got for U-Haul?
Yeah, this is a weird story.
You know what? I got to tell you, I didn't read it. It was too long. I didn't read it. So I'm coming in green.
I'll go ahead and send you shorter stories
Yes.
from now.
It was like,
all stories will be
whoa.
by Dr. Seuss, I promise. There's this gang. They go by Calm, and they're a group of violent hackers.
Ooh.
Not only do they hack so that they can go ahead and steal your information and sell it, but they'll hack so they can do home invasions, so they can dox people. And that's where this story is about.
Okay.
When they want to dox someone, so if they create an enemy, they have found a unbelievably good resource to get all and the most current and up-to-date personal information about people. And it's U-Haul.
Because the people are moving.
I guess U-Haul keeps this intense database that's always up to date and it's always current of where people have been, older addresses, multiple layers of addresses, all their personal contact information, not the one that, you give the grocery store when you want to get 10 cents off a bunch of bananas. It's your real information. And they're doing it through employee portals and employee databases, which is completely unsecure. They're not going in and trying to steal a bunch of information, which U-Haul has been hacked last year and the year before. That's not their goal. Their goal is just to live and be inside the system. So when they want to track someone down, when they want to dox someone, or unfortunately a violent crime like a home invasion, they have access to all the information. But their portal is U-Haul.
I never would have thought that.
Not in a million years. You would think social media. Well, that's the other thing, is that you have a ton of information that you're going to use that is, like I said, current. So if you have an Instagram account, most likely, odds are, the email you use to sign up for Instagram, because Instagram's important, is going to be the same email you use to sign up for U-Haul, because, again, U-Haul in that moment is important to you. So you're not going to use some throwaway email address. This is like their fountain of information is U-Haul.
Crazy. All the boxes that I've bought over the years.
Anything. You've used a U-Haul once in your life.
As far as getting a little trailer?
Yeah, moving something here. Your husband's always buying something large that you need to move around town.
Well, I've never been. I mean, I've been to a U-Haul to buy boxes.
Then you've never used a U-Haul?
No.
That's interesting. Okay, well then maybe you're safe. Maybe you're the one American.
I've never used a U-Haul. I've used like You Ship It.
I don't know what's that.
Oh, it's a great site. It's like I wanted to send a rug from California to my niece in Lafayette.
Oh, okay.
And I showed her all the pictures of the rug, and she's like, "Oh, it's so beautiful, beautiful." And I said, "Do you want it?" And she's like, "Yeah."
And so was that a U-Haul, a division of U-Haul?
No, it's just
so why did you bring it up?
It's just you asked me if I'd ever used a U-Haul. So basically, what you do is like some guy shows up with a truck or a trailer, and you give him your stuff, and then he charges you a couple of $100 because he's going to be dropping it off while he's doing other things.
So the advice that we can give is if you're going to use U-Haul, you've probably already used it before, so you're in the system. But use your retail email address. Don't use all your personal information. If you have a P.O. box, use it as your address. Because they're accessing it, and it's a gold mine for these hackers.
And then you can bust a move.
That's dumb. The first one was good. That was dumb.
No, bust a move. Get it?
I understand it.
U-Haul moving, yes. Bust a move.
Do you even know the song that comes from?
I think I did once.
Yeah, you don't.
Go ahead, you sing it.
Bust a move. You want, you got it. Just bust a move. Come on, you know it.
God, I'd rather look at you like you're like a weirdo.
What's that new?
There you go. Oh, well, that sure was fun.
It was. Welcome back.
Ooh,
what did you do?
It says software update available.
They've been asking you for a software update this entire show on that iPad.
It's because the Apple Intelligence wants to come in.
Oh.
And then I'm going to feel, ooh.
Being tracked?
Yeah. No, super smart.
I will say the new Siri is awesome. I love the new Siri. I use it all the time.
Do you?
I do. It's way better than it was before.
Well, it sucked before. It didn't have a lot to go up.
Exactly. That's true.
All right. You got it.
There you go. Just bust a move.
This program is a copyrighted production of Westar Multimedia Entertainment and protected by the copyright laws. Any rebroadcast or use of this program for commercial, business, economic, or financial purposes without the written permission of Westar Multimedia Entertainment is strictly prohibited.